Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving into the Turtle Beach Stealth Pivot, a wireless smart controller designed for PC gaming and beyond. With a price of $129 USD, this controller offers a feature you expect from high-end gaming peripheral, but does it live up the hype? Let's break it down. Let's start with the standout feature, the rotating button modules. This innovation lets you switch between layout for different game genre. For example, if you're playing FPS, racing, fighting game, you name it. Adjusting these modules feel very intuitive. The rotation mechanism is stable and solid, giving me confidence that it won't wear down over time. While the buttons are membrane-based rather than mechanical, they still feel responsive. As for the thumbstick, they feel smooth and satisfying to click. However, the size of the thumbstick caps might feel a bit small for those with larger end. On the upside, the anti-drift technology is an all-effect joystick, so you won't have to worry about stiff drift ruining your game. The grip of the controllers is excellent and comfort is top notch even during long gaming session. I also appreciate the placement of the two rear buttons, perfectly positioned for intuitive use. One of the highlights for me is the built-in DAC. The audio quality from this controller is exceptional, easily outshining most of other controllers I've tested. Whether you're using a basic headset or an high-end pair, the sound is crisp and immersive, making it a fantastic option for gamers who value audio performance. The Stealth Pivot offers a LAKEY 2.4 GHz wireless connection for PC gaming, along with Bluetooth compatibility for Android and Smart TV. This dual connectivity makes it versatile. Though Xbox user will have to stick to a wire connection, the battery life is solid, like something like 20 hours, and you can charge while you play, which is always a plus. Customization is another area where the pivot shine. Using the connected command display, you can adjust settings like button mapping, vibration level, and even audio preference right on the controller. The ability to receive social notification on this small screen is a nice touch, even if you don't always need it. The Control Center 2 app takes customization even further. Now let me walk you through the software and its feature, and also we're gonna do some testing with the game tester and other software that I have. Before the conclusion, so now for the software. So first of all, you will need to use the Control Center 2 from Turtle Beach, and to download it, you will need to go to the Windows Store. So it's a Windows Store application on PC. So let's click on it. So the first one that you will see, it's your overview. So all the settings that you put on your controller. You have 5 different profiles that you can create. So for an example, you want a profile for FPS, another one for racing game, maybe another one for 2D game, because you have a lot of customization that you can do when you swipe your button. So that's really cool. You can save up to 5 profile. For the button, so this is pretty much where you can map your stuff. So for example, you click on it, you say this is now the LB, you can do whatever you want. So this is a pretty easy to use on it. Honestly, you just click and choose whatever you need. For the stick, this is where you can test your stick. You can change also the response of it. So if you want more precision, more faster. Also, if you have the dead zone that you want to modify, this is where you will do it. For the trigger, this is also a place that you can test your trigger. So for example, right now I have a trigger set to FPS, but not FPS, but I want to use it for FPS. Another one I want to show you when you're playing a racing game. So the left one, for an example, right now, depending on how far I press, it will register differently. And the other one is set for FPS, so you just click on it and it's like a mouse. So pretty fast. So that's pretty cool that you can change that. And also you can adjust the trigger dead zone if you want. For the audio, this is pretty much where your DAC is. So your game volume, mic monitoring if you want to hear yourself, your chat mix, do you want more to hear more your friends or more the game? So this is pretty much where you're gonna do it. Also, you have different EQ that you can change on your DAC, and you have the superhuman hearing, an EQ that you see in a lot of different headsets for Turtle Beach. It's pretty crazy, honestly. When you're playing an FPS game, you're hearing people coming from so far with this. I really like to use it, but when I just do Battle Royale solo, because when you have friends or you're playing like a PvE game, like on Showdown, all the steps, you're hearing them very near of you. It's stressful, and sometimes you don't want necessarily to hear your friends, so this one can be a bit tricky when you use it. For the lighting option over there, pretty much basic stuff. You select the color that you want, the effect that you want, also the speed of it. So this is pretty much what you can see on all the different controllers on the market. For vibration, so you can change in the handle itself, but also the impulse trigger. So depending on what you need, right now I maxed everything, but that's pretty cool that you can change the trigger and also the controller. And also for the power mode, I recommend to go with full, don't use the echo mode. And you can change, for an example, your social alert, the color when you charge it, the LED brightness and stuff like that. And the last one is your firmware. For now, they don't have any update, but honestly, I have a couple of products from Turtle Beach. They do a lot of work on their software and firmware, so really important to just sometimes look at it. You can update your controller, but also you can update your transceiver, so really important to look at this. So I'm not a huge fan of software in Windows Store, but honestly, it does the job. It applies well. I didn't have like any issue with it, no crash and stuff like that, so it does the job. So now I'm gonna do two tests. The one that I like to do, the gamepad tester for the circularity test, and also we're gonna do a test to confirm the polling rate of the controller without the wires, so purely wireless with the dongle. So we're gonna start by the circularity tests. So 13.1, we're gonna do the other one. I struggle a little bit, that was a lack of skill. So 13.1, as you can see, it's a raw input, so it's not like a perfect cycle. So that's why sometimes you're testing a controller and it's at like 0.4, 0.5. They're kind of like using the post-processing to emulate the perfect cycle. It's not the best result that I saw if I compare with other controller like the Apex one. Normally I do like 10%, 9.8%. So it's not also the worst, but it's just an okay score. Now let's do the polling rate tests. We're gonna do with the 2001. Okay, so it's pretty slow. I will have to spam the rotation. I'm pretty sure we're on something like 125 Hz, something like that, because normally when the polling rate is higher than that, it's a lot faster. So gonna look at it. Yeah, exactly. So when you're using the dongle, you're limited. The max polling rate is at 125 Hz. So again, not necessarily where we're seeing some controller in the market right now. We're seeing a lot of like 1000 polling rate Hertz controller at that price point. So you're kind of limited with the polling rate over there. So now let's go back to my conclusion. I want to talk about the gameplay experience. In practice, the adjustable trigger stops and the mappable quick action button make this controller adaptable to nearly any genre. Short trigger throws are perfect for FPS game, while the full travel distance work great for racing. The Pro Aim Focus mode is particularly handy for games that demand precision like a long range sniping. I've been using the Stealth Pivot a lot for Showdown and Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and the performance has been stellar, honestly. The controller feels responsive and the thumbstick are precise, which make a big difference when aiming in fast-paced shooter. On top of that, the D-pad is fantastic also for fighting game and 2D platformer. I test a lot of controller for the past 3 months, and sometimes the D-pad is the issue, and on that controller it's not an issue at all. It's responsive, accurate, and just feel great to use, making it a strong option for gamers who enjoy a mix of genres. The vibration feedback is another standout. It's fully adjustable, so you can dial up for high-octane racing game or tone it down for games where you need more precise control. So now let's talk a little bit about pros and cons. If we're talking about the pros, rotating button modules are perfect for multi-genre gameplay. Exceptional audio performance, the DAC is really top-notch for a controller. Customizable control from trigger to RGB lighting, there's plenty to tweak. Anti-drift thumbstick, smooth, precise, and built to last. And the last one is wireless versatility, lag-free on PC, and Bluetooth support for mobile TV gaming. For the cons, membrane buttons not as satisfying as a mechanical option, the small thumbstick cap might not suit everyone, and wire only for Xbox limits its potential for console gamer. Final thought, the Turtle Beach Stealth Pivot is an impressive controller that delivers on versatility, customization, and audio quality. While it's not perfect, the membrane buttons and thumbstick size may deter some. It excels in areas that matter most for serious gamer. If you're looking for a controller that adapts to multiple gaming genres and offers high-end features, this one worth considering. I really appreciate when company push for innovation. Sometimes I just see, the same pattern for gamepad. But this one is, for me, it's new. And this controller for me is a nice, solid 8.5 on 10. I really like what Turtle Beach did there. And for people who's playing a lot of different genres, honestly, this controller is amazing. Let me know your thought and in the comment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more reviews. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.